If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. Chapter 3. I walked toward the bus stop with my book bag slung over one shoulder. There are a few kids already there, standing loosely grouped together but not acknowledging each other. I look down at the sidewalk. My boots are spray painted silver. My hair and fingernails are black. I stop at the corner and stand to the side. We are all quiet. Our bus stop is at the top of the big hill on Dast Road. Finny and I used to ride our bikes down this hill. I had always been frightened, Finny never was. I looked at the other kids at the corner while pretending that I am not. There are 7 of us. Some of them I recognized from middle school or even elementary school, some of them I don't. It is my first day of high school. I go back to looking down and study the shredded hem of my black dress. I cut the lace with fingernail clippers a week ago. My mother says I can dress however I want as long as my grades stay the same. But then she still hasn't figured out that I'm not going to be one of the popular girls this year. On the last day of school, Sasha and I walked to the drugstore and spent an hour picking out dyes. She wanted me to dye my hair red because of my name. I thought that was docky, but I didn't tell her. Since our recent eviction from the clique, Sasha has been my only girlfriend. My only friend, actually. Hi. Somebody says. Everyone looks up. Finny is standing with us now. Tall, blonde, and preppy enough to be in a catalog. Everyone looks away again. Hi. I hear one girl's voice say. She is standing somewhere behind me and I cannot see her. I should have said hello back to Finny, but I'm too nervous to speak right now. Last night at his house, we had what the mothers called an end of summer barbecue. While they were grilling, I sat on the back porch and watched Finny kick a soccer ball against the fence. I was thinking of a short story I started the day before, my first attempt at a gothic romance. I planned on a very tragic ending and I was working out the details of my heroine's misfortunes as I watched him play. When they sent us inside to get the paper plates, he spoke to me. So, why did you dye your hair? He said. I don't know, I said. If someone had asked me why Finny and I weren't friends anymore, I would have said that it was an accident. Our mothers would have said that we seemed to have grown apart in the past few years. I don't know what Finny would have said. In elementary school, we were accepted as an oddity. In middle school, I was weird that we were friends, and in the beginning, we had to explain ourselves to the others. But then we hardly saw each other, and we had to explain less and less. By some strange accident, my weirdness became acceptable, and I was one of the popular girls that first semester of 8th grade. We called ourselves the colleague. Every day we ate lunch together and afterward all went to the bathroom to brush our hair. Every week we painted our nails the same color. We had secret nicknames and friendship bracelets. I wasn't used to being admired or envied or having girlfriends, and even though Finny had always been enough for me before, I drank it up as if I had been thirsting for it for years. Finny joined a group of guys who were vaguely Greeky but not harassed, and I used wave to him when I saw him at school. He always waved back. We were taking different classes, which meant different homework. After a few weeks, we stopped studying together and I saw him even less. Being one of the popular girls took a lot of time. After school, they wanted me to come over and watch movies while we did each other's hair. On the weekends, we went shopping. When I did see Finny, we didn't have a lot to talk about anymore. Every moment we spent in silence was like another brick in the wall going up between us. Somehow, we weren't friends anymore. It wasn't a choice, not really. I'm looking at my silver boots and torn lace when the bus pulls up. Everyone steps forward, heads down. We silently file onto the bus where everyone is talking. Even though I had no reason to think Sasha wouldn't be there, I am relieved when I see her sitting in the middle of the bus. She is wearing a black t shirt and thick dark eyeliner. Hi, I say as I slide in next to her, placing my book bag on my lap. Hi, she says. Since I refused to dye my hair red, she dyed hers an unnatural shade instead. We smiled at each other. Our transformation is complete, sort of. I can say exactly why Sasha and I weren't friends with Alexis Myers or any of those girls anymore. I didn't try out for cheerleading. I had planned on it. I wanted to be a cheerleader. I wanted to be popular and dare a soccer player that would school at Muckler High instead of football, and everything that went along with staying in the clique. But I couldn't make up my own routine and perform it alone for tryouts, so that was that. Alexis and Taylor and Victoria all made it onto the squad, but Sasha didn't. Officially, we weren't kicked out of the colleague, but all they talked about at lunch was cheerleading camp and the older girls on the squad who had seemed so nice. On the last day of school, Alexis and Taylor and Victoria all came to class with their hair in braids. They hadn't told us that it was going to be a braid day. We always wore our hair in braids on the same day. At lunch, when we asked them why they didn't tell us, they just looked at each other and giggled. I figured they had finally realized the truth I had kept hidden. I was a pretty girl, but I wasn't a popular girl. I was different. I was strange. So I decided to give up and be the weird girl again. And Sasha followed me. On the bus, Sasha leaned forward me and says, "You look cool." "So do you," I say. I turn to face forward and see a girl walk down the alley wearing the blue and red uniform. Her blonde hair swishes back and forth in a ponytail. I am still feeling the pang of rejection when I see that she is sitting down next to Finny. By the end of the month, they will be going out, and my mother will tell me that Finny met Sylvie Whitehouse on campus while he was at soccer practice and she was there for cheerleading. What do you think people will say? Sasha says. I almost tell her not to be so dorky. I don't know, I said.